Hey guys, this is Colby from Bullbuster. Today I'm going to show you how to spool a spinning reel with braid. Right here I have a Qualia MLF70. This is a Qualia reel. You can get it on bullbuster.net, and this thing's a tank. You actually get a discount towards your fishing line when you get it. It ships directly to you. So I have the reel. I have this mono here. I'm going to tell you why you need the mono when spooling braid on your reel. And I have a 50-pound braid that we're going to put on this. We're going to spool this reel for tarpon fishing, a little bit of jigging, a little bit of everything. But here we go. One more thing that we have here, we have a line spooler. This is a suction cup line spooler that we carry here at Bullbuster. You can put it on any flat surface, your boat, some coolers like a Yeti, you can probably fit it on there. I'm just going to put it on your window. I'm going to stick it right here. Sticks right there. Okay? So this is going to help you get proper tension with your braid, and that's a big problem when people spool braid at their houses. They sometimes put it a little bit too loose. This tool is going to help you with that, and it's going to prevent the braid from digging into itself in the reel when you hook a big fish. Alright guys, this is a half-pound spool Bullbuster 50-pound mono. There's many reasons to have extra mono laying around your house, your tackle center, your garage, but this is one of them. On the bottom of a spinning reel, when you spool with braid, you want to give it a little bit of a mono backing so that the braid has something to hold itself onto before you put a lot of pressure on it. So we're going to show you that now. Alright, I'm going to start by putting the mono through the guides here on the rod. All the way down to the reel. Alright. Once you get to the reel, you're going to open up the bail. You're going to take the mono, put it around the spool, and you're going to tie like a pretty basic uni knot, 3 wraps, double line. There's a video here on the website that you can see how to tie the uni knot. This video is not going to help you with that so much because it's not so close up. So here you go. If you need that resource, go check it out. There's a link to it in this article somewhere. If you're watching this on YouTube, you got to go to the Bullbuster community and get all the information in one place. It's a lot more useful. The video is awesome, but we have a lot more information ready for you at the Bullbuster community. You can click, if you're watching this on YouTube, click a link in the description and you'll get to this article that this video is really meant for. Okay, so we have our line doubled here. Give it 3 or 4 wraps, and that's a uni knot. Pull it tight. Pull it onto your reel. Sorry, this is tight on your reel. A lot of people like to wet the line before they put it on here. This is 50-pound, and I'm only using this at the bottom of the spool, so I'm not too concerned about it right now. Okay, so I tied my uni knot. You can use a pair of scissors, a pair of pliers. Go ahead and cut the tag end off of the knot that you made. Okay. You might be thinking, I'm using 50-pound mono right now on a spinning reel. It's pretty heavy. It is. We're really not going to be putting a lot of it on there. Really, this is the backing so that the braid doesn't dig into itself. I like to use the same pound test because, if I'm using 50-pound on a spinner, I'm going to be up in the drag a lot. So I like to have the mono at the bottom ready for that drag so that if we do get a fish that goes to the bottom of the spool, at least we have a fighting chance at the end, and it's not just like braid's gone, we're done. Maybe it gets to the knot and maybe we have some chance to chase it down. I don't know. That's why I like using the same pound test. You're ready for it. So, okay. Now I have the line tied on there. I'm going to drag a little bit in there. I'm only going to put about 10 to 15 yards on here. It's just to get the bottom of the spool to have some give and take, which the mono gives it. So, there we go here. Just reeling it up. Okay, so you'll see here, I have the bottom of the spool just has a little bit of mono on it, a little tiny bit of mono, and that's just enough to give this spool a little bit of give and take so that the braid can fit in there really nicely and get started up, and so you can be ready to spool your braid. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off and we're going to get to actually spooling the braid. Okay, so as you saw earlier, we had our mono that we put on the bottom of the spool just to give it a little bit of give and take. and we have our braid. This thing has no give and take. This doesn't stretch. This is just me giving there's no stretch here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to connect these two with a good knot, and then we're going to spool the braid on using the spooling tool back here. The knot I'm going to use in this video, and there's actually a link resource in this article, is the double uni knot. It's my favorite knot. It's one of the first knots that I learned growing up, and I've stuck to it. There's a lot of good knots out there. There's the Albright knot. I like it a lot because it goes with guides. There's the FG knot. People love the FG knot. It is a pretty complicated knot, but it is beautiful, and it goes through your guides without a problem, and a lot of people like to use it. But if you're just learning how to spool braid on your spinning reels, this knot's going to be great. It's easy to tie. It's very strong. Never lost a fish with it. So, all right, we double our lines. I like to take more wraps. Oh, got a phone call here. Hold up here. All right, guys, we had a lot of noise interruptions here. We had a phone call, a bunch of stuff going on. But all right, back to the double uni knot. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take the braid. I like putting more wraps on the braid than the mono for the double uni knot, just because it's a thinner diameter, and you want it to have. You'll see how the uni knot pulls together. It's kind of. So I'm going to put actually like 6 wraps here. Sorry, guys. Not a professional video guy here. Just trying to show you how to spool a spinning reel. All right. Okay. All right, got a good amount of wraps on there. Let's see if you see this. Kind of pull it tight here. I'm gonna pull it all the way. All right. Now I did the braid side of the double uni. Basically, you're tying a uni on each side. If you didn't get that from the name. All right. So now I'm doing the mono. Not as many wraps. Okay. So you got these 2 uni knots. What you're going to do with them is you're going to pull them together, and the knots are going to work against each other, and that's good because you're going to have a great knot. You're not going to lose any fish. All right. So this is important. I didn't do it earlier, but I'm going to do it now. Get that sucker wet. This is important on this part, okay? And just in general for double unis, because you need them to slide, and if you don't do that, they're not going to slide as well. So, like this, tighten it up. The braid's kind of tight on its own. Get them together. Slide. All right. I like to start tightening them right here. Like I said, I've been doing this knot since I was a kid. It's like one of the first knots I learned, so I don't know, I love this knot. But here's how a double uni should look. It's pretty simple. It's not as pretty. Doesn't make for good magazine articles, but it works, and it works really well, and you're not going to lose any fish with this knot. So here's your simple knot. We're going to cut off the tag ends, and we're going to actually spool this reel. Dang, we're so far into this video and we haven't started spooling, huh? Yeah. All right, let's go. So, tag ends. All right. All right, so I cut off the tag ends of my double uni. We have the 2 parts of the double uni. The mono side, which you see on the side, and the braid side that's right on my fingers here. Now we're gonna start the spooling. All right, guys. So we put the mono on, and we connected the braid, and we are gonna start just by getting the braid to get to the reel. Just getting that knot all the way down so it can sit there. Okay. All right. So. Yeah, the braid made it to the reel finally, right? Alright, so now we're going to use the spooling tool. We got this. Need a dandy pencil. I think we need to start making labels that already have a hole here because it makes it easier spooling, right? Spend more time fishing. I don't know. So I'm going to pop a hole in the spool. Alright, you got your hole in the spool. Yeah. Buy a beautiful bull once you're labeled. Yeah, but you definitely need to do that. That'd be cool. So, alright guys, so you put the spool on the suction cup line spooler, and you're going to tighten this up. Something to keep in mind is you're going to want to have the line coming off the top of the spool. This is something that we do when we spool your spools from our bulk spools as well. Alright, then you're going to want to tighten this up. And this is another reason why you're going to want bulk spools, because there's less tightening and spend more time fishing. Alright, once we have it tight, still tightening. Once we have it tight, we're going to go ahead and get this a little wet and stick it up here. And you're ready to start spooling. So you're going to want a little bit of tension coming off of this thing, because you want your braid to be spooled really tightly on your reel. You don't want it to sink into itself. Spooling it tight is what this thing is for. It makes it a lot easier. Otherwise, you'd be doing it by hand. Alright guys, well now it's time to actually spool. So this thing provides the tension, and you're just gonna do this. Just reel. Just keep reeling. That's how you spool your spinner reel. So if you weren't doing it like this, you would need maybe a second person, a bucket, put it in some water, put a lot of tension, but man, just reel. Real. Using spooling up this quality and with 70. Reel. With 300 yards of 50-pound braid on a Qualia NLF 70, you can catch pretty much anything. Guys. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you know now how to spool braid on your spinning reel. Make sure you spool it on there tight. Make sure you put mono on the bottom so that it holds onto the spool. And hope you guys can spend more time fishing after watching this video. Order your fishing line online. Use spooling tools. It makes it a lot easier. Get free shipping. Get it to your door. Don't wait in traffic. Don't do all that stuff. And now you can get these Qualia reels actually shipped directly from Qualia off of Ballister's website. So have a good day, guys, and I hope we can help you spend more time fishing.